Ever seen someone live in a $3 million mansion for free for 5 years? I used to work as what we jokingly called a property shepherd. When banks foreclosed on houses, they'd hand them over to our office. We handled the ugly parts, pre-foreclosure checks, eviction day, and eventually getting the property sold. The banks loved it because realtors like me basically worked for free until the house sold. Only then did we earn a commission. One of the properties on my list was a mansion, 8,000 square feet, full membership rights to a private golf course. In a good market, it should have gone for $3 million, but during the foreclosure crash, it was worth just under $1 million. Still, that was a nice commission, so I added it to my portfolio of nearly 900 assets and started the usual checklist. Was the house still standing? Any code violations? Did the owners torch it out of spite? Did the HOA sneak in a lien? In this case, everything looked fine. The house was occupied, so it was already well into eviction. I figured I'd have possession in a month. Easy job. Except it wasn't. That one property dragged on for 5 long years. Every week I drove by, snapped pictures, documented the condition, checked for code violations, and made sure the house was still occupied. Over and over, the eviction dates came and went. The owners had a clever trick. Bankruptcy filings. The husband would file, which automatically delayed the eviction for a couple of months. As soon as his case was discharged, the wife would file. They kept alternating like clockwork, dragging the process out for years while paying nothing. Not insurance, not property taxes, not even the water bill. The bank had to cover it all just to keep the city from taking the house. A few times, I was told the eviction was finally happening. I'd show up with my locksmith and crew ready to secure the property, only to watch the bailiff shrug and cancel, because the owners had found yet another way to stall. Once, I even watched their lawyer rush in with a last-minute writ, just as the bailiff was clearing their furniture off the lawn. The crew packed up, and the family moved everything back inside like nothing had happened. Then, finally, their luck ran out. I was told the next eviction date was firm. No more tricks, no more delays. This time it was happening. But when I did my weekly check a few days before the big day, I saw something that stopped me cold. The front yard had a big garage sale sign, and people were going in and out, so I went inside. Every single thing in the house had a price tag, not just the furniture, but the sinks, toilets, bidets, granite countertops, cabinets, even the solid oak doors. They were literally selling off the fixtures piece by piece. That's a hard no. Those fixtures belong to the bank, not the occupants. Stripping a foreclosed house like that is basically theft. I called the cops. To their credit, an officer showed up within minutes, told the owner he couldn't do that, and shut the sale down. The guy swore he didn't know it was against the rules and promised to stop. I didn't believe him for a second. Sure enough, when I came back the next day, the sign was still up and people were still hauling things out. This time, the cop was furious. He ordered everyone out except the family and told the owner point blank if anything else was missing when eviction day came, he was going to jail. Monday arrived. The family was gone. The house was gutted of personal property and some fixtures were missing, but the bank was done playing games. I documented about $15,000 worth of items gone, but instead of dragging this nightmare out in court, the bank just wanted it over. The bids to make the house livable again came in at around $100,000, but the bank didn't care. They listed it as is and sold it for a flat $1 million cash within a few days. With the repairs, it might have fetched $1.2 million, but no one wanted to waste more time. After 5 years of legal games, bankruptcy filings, and weekly checkups, it was finally off my list. The family thought they were entitled to live in a mansion for free and strip it bare on their way out. In the end, all they managed to do was lose everything and leave behind a gutted house that still sold in days, just without them in it.